shit.
I need that recipe then, whatever you're
Nah, you ain't getting a recipe for shit. You don't even cook. Out of here.
I don't cook. That smoker.
Huh? Oh, he back. He back.
Yo.
Nah, he know who I'm talking about. He back, huh? So, we back in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying? All on the motherfucking table, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, get that propel shit out the camera, son. We ain't paying them motherfuckers and they ain't paying them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, yeah, gonna blur out our logos and shit?
Yeah, Zang. Nah, I ain't fucking.
All right.
So, this next topic we're going to touch on, right? For some reason, it seemed like a lot of people don't really want to talk about the shit, which I don't understand. Like, talk about the go to this, the go to that, when it come to hip hop, when it come to fucking football, when it come to basketball. But nobody ever talks about the GOAT of R&B.
Oh.
And here's the thing, when you become a grown-ass man, right, R&B plays a big fucking part of your fucking life.
Yep, most definitely.
Like, it's crazy.
Drake, that's the answer.
Man, you better look like I can't log you off. I will hang you up right now.
That goes back to the old conversation.
So, here's the crazy part. I got a person in this room right now that actually helped me out when it came to R&B. And I tried to get the other person that put me on R&B as well. You know what I'm saying? My man Myron and my man Gizmo. If it weren't for them two, I wouldn't be into R&B the way that I am today. Like, them dudes, for the most part, they ain't really listened to too much hip-hop. It was more R&B than hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of motherfuckers that I didn't, like, it was a few people I paid attention to, but not heavy. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever talks about who's the GOAT when it comes to R&B. So I'm gonna start with my man Myron, right? Because I know you heavy R&B, man. You to the point where you make R&B beats and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your forte, that's your flavor, that's your mix. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I'm in school at Berkeley right now, doing songwriting and producing. And like every week we gotta make like a new song and shit, as far as like, and it's gotta be R&B or some shit like that. So it's like crazy. I'm singing like every fucking week, and you know I ain't no fucking singer.
I'm about to say, I know you pissing them up.
Oh, I can hold a tune.
There's a reference track. There's a reference track.
I can hold a tune. It ain't that bad now. But now, King of R&B. Now, some of y'all motherfuckers might hate me or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But my king of R&B is R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck what he did or whatever. I mean, I'm not condoning what the fuck he did or whatever, but musically, you cannot take nothing from this man. The dude is just a genius. Now, are you talking about like in generation wise or now or what?
See, I'm trying to keep from fucking Cash blowing his fucking mind, because when he hears GOAT, he fucking like turns into a fucking mathematician, scientist.
Yeah, I gotta start chopping it up.
Fucking starts fucking writing down math equations as to how the song went and all that shit. Like, we
created R&B.
We're not doing that tonight, Cash. We're not fucking doing that shit.
Yeah, that's what I want to know, because all right, it's like before R. Kelly was, you know, it was Babyface, you know what I mean, who was like the king of R&B. So I mean,
I gotta give me the guy before him.
Babyface.
Yeah.
Well, my opinion was Marvin Gaye. And now
you got to dip into Motown, because a lot of Motown was pretty much R&B.
Most of Motown was groups though. So when you say the king, if you giving the king,
no, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, if we go generational, where it's like, yeah, you got to put someone that would pioneer or be behind it, like a Marvin Gaye, or to even bring it in the forefront, right? Like, because R&B wasn't even a genre, and we talk about genres on this, right? Like, oh, it's a trap genre, it's not hip hop, or it's not rap, it's trap, it's this. So it's hard to.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, if you say now, a lot of people, like the young guy, are going to be like, oh, Chris Brown, but Chris Brown don't write his shit.
Okay.
Now it would be Tank, because Tank write a lot of people's shit that y'all didn't even know about. You know what I mean?
People don't think of. See. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I ain't gonna give y'all my pick yet. I'm gonna wait for a little bit.
How many bangers Neo write for people?
You see what I'm saying?
I forgot about Neil.
Here's the thing, right? When it comes to R&B, right? People can't. It's hard for people to equate R&B like they rate hip hop, because with R&B, 97% of the fucking R&B singers don't write their own shit.
Yeah, that's not even a qualification to be a GOAT.
Exactly. So like even down to fucking Beyonce, fucking Neo wrote majority of Beyonce's biggest fucking hits, even though she don't give him song credit for it. He wrote them. But when you say that to certain people, they like, oh no, Beyonce write her own shit. She does.
Oh.
She writes
She paid top dollar.
Here's what I'd say to Myron is like, absolutely, if you could take an artist that has a catalog of not only their own hits, but hits that they wrote other people for, then you can start trading them out for other things.
Now
like so you have a quality that you wrote all your songs. Exactly. So let's take Chris Brown out of the picture because of whatever, you know what I mean? Like there's trade-offs to it. I agree with you 100%. If your whole catalog and your whole quality of work is like a big thing's consistency, right? We talked about that before. If you're consistent, you write your own shit, you even dabble in your own beats a little bit. Like, yeah, that holds more weight than a couple other things, but it doesn't trump everything else. Even if you don't write your shit, right? Like, because it could be debatable, you know, when you get into pop music, like what Michael Jackson and stuff like that. They said he wrote a lot of his shit, but he might not have wrote some of his shit, right? So it's
he had influence on, you know, he had direction of like.
Right. So what holds more water, influence or writing? You know what I mean? Like that's the trade-offs.
To me, writing. If you wrote your own shit,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're doing it.
When I
you get the voice.
When I look at the GOAT of R&B, like fuck hip hop. When you look at the GOAT of R&B, you got to look at the full body, the full scope. Yeah. So you got to look at how you sing, if you can sing.
All right.
Yeah. No auto-tune, none of that.
How many hit songs have you wrote that other motherfuckers then became #1 from your writing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to factor in all that.
Can I get my pick?
What you got, Ski-Bop?
Hey man, I was gonna say Prince.
Ooh.
Prince didn't write a lot of his shit either, but
yeah, he did.
He did.
No, the other boy wrote a lot of Prince songs. So Prince just sung them.
Who?
What's the weird little dude that used to be on all his videos?
Morris Day.
There you go.
No, he wrote for Morris Day.
No, he used to write a lot of Prince shit, and Prince sung.
I'll go Myron on this because I don't know my hip hop.
Prince wrote a lot of
everybody. It's not hip hop, so you can go ahead and let that one go. Cash Money. Prince is not hip hop.
No. I'm saying I don't know my R&B like I know hip hop.
Okay, I will say this: Prince. You can't take nothing from Prince though. That was a weird son of a bitch, but that motherfucker, boy, shit.
But doesn't that get in?
No, to this day, I still listen to Prince shit. Motherfuckers be looking at me like, you listening to Prince?
Yeah, I have my window down. I've been having my window down.
What? Think about how bad people burn people for wearing certain clothes right now, and Prince just got a pass on all of them.
No, he was a. No,
out of all the concerts I've been to, which was majority hip hop, the best one that I went to was Prince.
Everybody say that.
Yeah, I never got that.
He puts on a show, man.
Yeah, everybody say that. Everybody say that. So for me, when you think of the GOAT, I factor in longevity. I factored in writing. I factored in how they sing. I factored in start to finish, whether it be their career was over or they still going. I factored in all of that. And 90% of people gonna give the same answer that my man Myron gave. They're gonna say R. Kelly. Yeah, but a lot of motherfuckers that will give you R. Kelly never listen to Babyface. To me, Babyface is still the GOAT of R&B. That dude has wrote for damn near every fucking. First of all, the fact that Toni Braxton became what she became. And
Well,
Prince wrote pretty much everything she ever said.
That's
It's
why I asked
crazy.
you. Like, where are we starting? Are we starting from everything? Because like I told you, I like before R. Kelly was Babyface.
Yeah, the GOAT to me means exactly what it stands for, the greatest of all time. And to me, of all time, like nobody, like a lot of people want to say Michael Jackson. And don't get me wrong, Michael Jackson got classics for fucking years. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like Babyface outshined the boy. That's just me. And a lot of people might not agree. And when you said R. Kelly, I wasn't mad at that pick, even though a lot of people like, oh, he did this, he did that. He in jail, and all the fucking parents of those little girls should be in jail too. So we ain't gonna get into that part. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think nobody has yet the top face yet. And honestly speaking, right behind him, in my opinion, is his protege that my man just named, Neo. Wrote all these fucking classics for damn near everybody, to the point where when Babyface stepped down from Motown, what did he do? He said the only person that can replace me is Neo. And Neo's still putting out bangers.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a Neo
argue
fan.
with that.
I agree.
I'm a Neo fan. I've been a Neo fan.
Yeah, I've been Neo fan since day
I don't
one.
like him as an artist. Like, I don't like watching him as an artist for some reason. I don't know.
What's up with you and watching people, man?
I know it's like with the Drake thing. It's like I could vibe to your music, but when the second I see you singing it, I'm like, oh fuck no.
Yo,
Yeah.
so
I don't know why that is a thing.
I don't either. I don't quite understand that concept.
Because it doesn't feel right to me. Like when I'm seeing it, I'm like, low, like, and Neo is a perfect example. He has all these bangers that he's wrote for other people that they're perfect, and then the second I see him doing it, I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's such a fucking.
I will say this though, when I watched his Unsung, right, which I was surprised they did an Unsung on him, especially with him being so early in the game. They talked about the what's the joint, Irreplaceable.
Yeah,
The Beyonce joint, Irreplaceable. So I heard him actually singing it, and I understood exactly what the fucking record company was saying. Nah, bro, that wasn't
what I
gonna
mean,
sound
like,
right.
That's what I mean. There's just something that doesn't sit right away. It's like, oh, you got all these bangers, you wrote all these different things, but the fact that you can write them from all these different points of view is weird to me. And I guess when I hear it come out of your mouth, it makes me just weirded out by it. I don't know. That's my own personal opinion.
But I mean, you should feel that way with Babyface.
No, I agree. I feel like I'm gonna be, and like I said, the reason why I put Babyface there is not a lot of people can write a song for both genders.
No, huh?
It's not a lot of people that could do that. And the fact that both of these dudes got, you look at Beyonce and you look at fucking Toni Braxton, and the songs that these dudes wrote for him is like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like,
that's just like R. Kelly. You know, he wrote all those songs for females too.
no, he fucking. One thing I will definitely commend R. Kelly for, he fucking resurrected the fuck out of Ronald Isley's fucking career. Like, that shit is crazy. Huh?
Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. And fucking Kelly Price.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy. Like, when he, like, I don't give a fuck how motherfuckers feel. R. Kelly was that dude. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. How people feel.
Hold on, so we don't have any female representation in this R&B.
When it comes to the GOAT,
yeah.
If you the only.
I was just trying to think about it.
It's only 3 that I would consider.
Like Mary J, maybe, even though she didn't write her shit.
No, Shaka Khan would be one.
Okay.
She didn't write her shit.
But you got, like I said, when it comes to R&B, you can't just factor in if they wrote their shit, because most motherfuckers didn't write their own shit.
To me, that was the GOAT though. I mean, you got all right.
Is Beyonce R&B?
Fuck nah. I consider her pop.
I don't know what the fuck she is.
I don't know what she is.
She's just Beyonce.
No,
she's the Lil Wayne of R&B. She do every fucking thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, but like if you think about it, like I've been trying to think about this all the time, man. Like, who would be that female that pretty much like write her own shit and still going today. Who is that female person? Like, yeah, you got a lot of females that I'm a fan of, you know what I'm saying, but none of them write their own shit.
Yeah, that's why you kind of got to take that out the equation when it comes to R&B.
For a female.
It is crazy.
That'd be
it's crazy how you could put a bias on that though. Like
that'd be a great Google search. Like, who's the number one? I'm sure there's females out there that are like the number one writing females.
I mean,
I know a female writer. Her name is Lorraine or Leanne. Damn, it starts with L. I can't remember. But she wrote, songs way back when, from Whitney Houston, and yeah, you know what I'm saying, way back then.
That's someone that we didn't talk about either. Is she R&B? Is Whitney R&B? Like,
no, she was pop.
Still pop.
But let me. I was gonna throw this since we were talking later. How about Sade?
Okay, Sade. Well, that actually that's a group. She and the whole group wrote songs.
Okay.
So she didn't sit there and just write her own stuff. It was like they collaborated and came up with certain songs and stuff.
I got you. She's still relevant to this day, though, man.
Where does Usher fall in this conversation?
nowhere.
Nowhere. Not. Why you even bring that up? I don't.
I don't know. I mean, probably one of the biggest selling R&B artists.
Yeah, but first of all, Usher don't write his own shit. Secondly,
I know that.
Usher is a good singer and a great performer, but he's not one of those like women loved him. Don't get me wrong, just like they love Chris Brown, just like they love Trey Songz. Like, but them dudes is not like.
I heard Trey Songz
there.
was weird as fuck.
Say again.
I heard bad stuff about Trey Songz.
Well, I know his new shit tight as fuck.
I still ain't listened to the album yet. It's the Me Too movement, so there's always weird stories that come out. You're waiting in the hotel room behind 15 chicks to get in the room to have sex with him, and you're complaining about how weird he is when you get there. Yeah, like
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. At the end of the day, like you go to a motherfucking hotel room, you about to get some dick stuck.
You know what's about to happen.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for a motherfucker that put themselves in a situation.
Hey, you knew who was one of my favorite that no one, he wasn't around a long time? I mean, he kind of was around a long time, but not really. Mario.
Like Mario was good, but he wrote nothing. Like, it wasn't even an option.
He might not have wrote anything.
He was a decent singer, but he wasn't one of those guys that left a impact. He had two.
No, he didn't leave no impact. That's what I said. He was in and out. He was younger. He did that remix of You Say He's Just a Friend.
Yeah, he wrote his own stuff, and then he wrote stuff for other people.
Yeah.
So did he? Yeah, he was good as far as that aspect. But I can't remember offhand what was the female he wrote for. He wrote for a couple artists, but
you know what? I got a good question for you, my man.
Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell was that dude.
Let
me ask you a question.
What's up?
How you feel about Rico Love?
I like him. Turn the lights off.
Exactly. And you know what's crazy? Motherfuckers give Trey Songz so much props, but they hate Rico Love. But Rico right damn near all Trey Songz shit.
Right.
Dang.
It's crazy how that fucking works, ain't it?
Yeah.
They don't get that boy no love, and I fucks with the boy. Like that's the cockiest son of a bitch I ever heard of my fucking life. But I fucks with the boy.
Yeah. He wrote like all of Mark Houston shit, all of damn Marion, all the motherfuckers. So every time you heard Turn the Lights Off.
Exactly. And it's crazy how long people been hearing that shit, right?
Yeah.
And then when he started putting his own shit out, motherfuckers like, oh, he trash, I don't like him. And I'm like, yo, first of all, he makes songs for dudes. Like he really don't make songs for the bitches at all. Him and The Dream, I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Dream
Fucks with both them dudes heavy. They make songs for niggas. Like
I got another one for you.
Niggas. They make songs for men. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit.
Then why can't you throw T-Pain in this conversation then?
No,
T-Pain is not a T-Pain is not a singer at all. So that's why he's
Hold up.
He can sing, by the way.
That motherfucker can't sing now. Don't let that auto-tune shit fool you. That motherfucker can't sing.
And he writes his own shit.
He writes his own shit.
No, I get that, but you really gonna put him up there with fucking Baby Space and
No.
Kelly,
I'm just saying.
Donald
What,
Isley
if
and
we're going on record
David
sales,
Ruffin,
if we're
like,
going on record sales,
It's
yes.
an honorable mention. You.
no, it's
If we're
not.
going on record sales, yes.
No. When you look,
He holds all the weight. He rates his shit. He
For-
probably wrote for other
for
people.
features, he holds the way for features. It's
No.
different.
No.
Okay, T-Pain did that was him back in the day. He hold away for features. Now, what you think about old garnish ass nigga, Ty Dolla $ign?
He's trash.
Garnish.
What? Bruh.
He
To
makes
me-
club songs, but he's not a fucking singer.
No, hell no.
That's
Well,
like
if that motherfucker did go,
what's the bull name? That's in the shit with fucking Malcolm the Stallion. What the fuck is his name?
Megan Thee Stallion, you talk about Tory
Malcolm.
Lanez?
Tory Lanez.
That's a dude, man. Malcolm. Yeah, Tory Lanez.
Oh,
Like saying Tory Lanez is a fucking singer. No, he's a fucking.
man.
He raps, he auto-tune, sings, shit like that. And don't get me wrong, I fuck with Tory Lanez. I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't. I ain't gonna lie. That new album, dog, I fucks with that joint. If you ain't listened to that shit,
Yeah, it's that joint.
he is shitted on everybody that has something to say. He's shitted on all the motherfuckers.
I haven't heard it yet.
Dog,
Yeah.
my nigga, listen to me when I say this. Tomorrow
Did he
morning,
shoot her or not?
No. When
Nah,
you
he shot
get up in the morning, pop that shit the fuck on. I guarantee you will listen to that shit for the rest of the day.
In the morning?
I guarantee it.
Before or after my coffee? I'm 41 now, so I gotta.
I know, right?
Get out.
No, I'm telling you, listen, I put
I
the shit on.
drank tea.
I'm like, let me just check the joint out. You know, everybody was talking about it. Let me just check the joint out. Dog, I listened to that shit for 2 days straight. Dog, boy was going the fuck in, like, real shit. Going the fuck in. And it wasn't his singing. It wasn't none of that. It was literally the words that he was saying that's going to make you listen to this shit consistently.
All right, so this guy is not R&B. He's not even.
He's not. He's not R&B at all.
I'm gonna throw random people out there that are great. Mac Miller's great.
He's not R&B. What the fuck you mean?
I know. Neither is Tory Lanez.
I just said he wasn't. What the fuck you saying?
No, I said if we're throwing people in the fucking conversation that aren't R&B,
No,
I'd like to.
No.
I'd like to throw Mac Miller in this
The only
conversation.
reason I said Tory Lanez because he said the
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I said that's like saying that he's R&B. No, neither one of them dudes ain't R&B. Like,
No, I know. I'm just throwing it out there because you said it's rare that you get an album that you can put on and listen to all day.
It is.
Not even repeat.
Especially nowadays.
You better repeat. Mac Miller has 2 albums that he dropped the last 2 times.
The last one.
Do that on.
You know what's crazy? I've never listened to a Mac Miller album.
I didn't like him early on. I had his kids mixtape, and I was like, okay, this is cool. I can vibe with it. He's young.
Cold pizza. I'm gonna give you that. Cold pizza.
Then I went off the radar with him, but those were the best albums that he had, and I didn't pick back up on him until Swimming and the last one,
Yeah.
Circles.
I just got into
Bad on me.
Yeah. I just got into him for the last 2 albums before the one that he had.
Right, but I went back and listened to a couple of the albums that I didn't like because I only heard that Donald Trump, that song. But listening to the album, dude, he had bangers on that shit.
Yeah.
So we just spiraled all crazy, man. And
Yeah, we did. Let's get back on.
My man sitting there all quiet and shit, and I don't know what the fuck's up with him, especially since he ain't drinking. This is why I like when motherfuckers be drinking. Where your drinks at, son? KC, where your drinks at, son? Cause
I'm chilling, man. I'm just,
so
listening to y'all. I got my drink in my cup.
from time to time.
So who is your kid?
Yeah.
From time to time, you gotta ask Grandpa.
Who is your kid?
Wait, why Chinatown?
Who the king of R&B? My man KC. Who the king of R&B?
Hey man, I'm on the same page y'all on, man. I was way before R. Kelly. I was banging the shit out of Babyface. I still got Babyface. I was a big fan of Babyface when he was with The Deal.
Facts.
Because The Deal was hot too, man, back in the day.
People don't know about that.
No, they don't know about that. But then
I only think of you
on
two occasions.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
And then,
Hold
you
up,
got
hold up. Real quick, I watched that video the other day, right? Dog, that was the wackest video I ever seen in my fucking life. This shit, the whole fucking
Niggas hair, man.
Hey,
they choreographer should have been shot.
Don't forget shoot 'em up movies. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But you know, Babyface was a shit, bro. I still bang Babyface, and like you say, R. Kelly. R. Kelly had a lot of panty droppers.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know, so those are my picks.
Cash.
You know, if we go way back, I mean, you know, Luther.
I see you over there itching. What?
Oh no, I want it. I want it.
What
I
you
want,
got?
my,
What you
I want to put out my favorite. I want to put out my favorite R&B artist.
Do they write?
The GOAT of all time. I don't know if they wrote. I'm just saying my opinion. Like we'll cut the onion after I name the name, right?
Okay.
Did he write? You can tell me if he wrote it, whatever it is.
Was you done, Casey?
Huh?
Was you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
Oh, all right.
Go ahead, do your thing.
All right. Shit, Bobby Brown. Gangster. Gangster. Get the fuck out of here. For Whitney Houston? Come on, bro.
Oh shit, yo. So
GOAT of all time. No, come on. He nailed down the #1 pop singer all time.
So listen.
I'm about to put
Nailed shit to the wall, bro.
Now, who you think wrote his shit? The first, the second album.
No, honestly, I have no idea.
Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Facts.
Okay, well then I would proxy to Babyface, but I mean I gotta throw
So here's
Brown in this mix.
So here's the crazy part about what you said though, right? What makes it crazy is I don't give a fuck how people feel about Bobby.
I love Bobby Brown.
That nigga has some bangers.
Yeah, he did.
He put out some, and the fact that this motherfucker was in the video with the Spanx and the suspenders.
Yeah. Dancing there though with a Gumby face.
Yo,
Killing it.
listen, I did a Bobby Brown song at a talent show in elementary school bro. And look, the whole time,
Walking in there.
look, the whole time, I never turned around.
He had the microphone on the side of his face and shit. He's in there.
That Janet Jackson joint.
Hey,
Yo,
Steve,
listen, I never turned around. I never turned around, God. I'm like this. They like, turn around. Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't tell me I was coming all the way up on the stage. Look,
Yo.
I had a windbreaker yoke joint on.
He was definitely sweating in that motherfucker.
Wow.
Yo, what was that? That was like fucking, man, I want to say like 89, man. Yo, that was a situation.
Bobby Brown, man, y'all sleeping on him. I don't know.
No,
Bell Biv DeVoe. Bell Biv
Nobody's
DeVoe.
sleeping on Bobby Brown. Bobby
Bobby
had
DeVoe's
classics.
not R&B though.
Bobby definitely.
Oh wait.
Definitely
Who's the
R&B.
man?
Say again.
Who's the man? Where are they at?
Once again, Babyface.
Exactly.
So that okay. So that's
Yeah.
that solidifies to me.
When you look at dog, if you really hit, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna blow a lot of motherfuckers' minds until you go do your research. Right now, the top two writers, the top two motherfuckers who have hits year after year and have done it for years, right? One is R&B, one is hip hop, right?
Don't say Jay-Z.
One is Babyface, hits for years.
All right.
Can y'all guess who the one is for hip hop? Y'all are not gonna guess it.
Are you gonna say Jay-Z?
Nope. You had
He said writers, not biters.
you had the first letter right.
Casey got my back on that one.
He had the first letter right. He had the first letter right. The first letter. Look how puzzled y'all is. That's crazy.
He been doing it for years?
For years.
His first starts with a J, right?
Starts with a J. Been doing it for years. And every year he has had a #1 fucking hit. Every fucking year. I haven't checked to see this year because I haven't really been doing my research like I normally do. And I'm going to research it again. So I'm not going to speak on this year.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Oh, old boy from North Carolina?
Nope.
Not J. Cole.
Nope.
I was just throwing it out there.
He's a writer. And has been doing it
I know.
for years. He's a writer and a producer. He's been doing it for years.
But he got his own shit too? He write
From the East Coast or the West Coast?
He's down south.
Ah, okay.
Jermaine Dupri.
There you go.
Oh, that's kind of weird, man.
It is, ain't it? This
Yeah,
motherfucker, dog, for at least 20 years.
Oh, because he's counting in Crisscross, he's counting in Bow Wow.
You got to count in everybody.
But you
If
kind
you
Right.
look at
you kind of R&B too, though.
if you're gonna look at a motherfucker as a writer / producer, like Babyface, like fucking R. Kelly, like Dr. Dre, like
Yeah,
you
but is
gotta
he
look
really
at
R&B though?
JD has been killing
Yeah.
it for years and nobody even noticed it.
So JD's R&B?
Yeah, he do it all.
Nigga, Mariah Carey. What do you mean?
No, but I'm saying based on the sales. So
That's gay.
Yes, he's done all that shit. Yeah.
Usher.
no, I'm saying
Yes.
if you're gonna include all his record sales,
You can't-
all his record sales
See,
were
that's
from
it.
R&B.
Jermaine
No,
Dupri.
it was from hip hop, R&B.
Jermaine Dupri is one of those motherfuckers that you can't call him hip hop, you can't call him R&B, you can't call him pop, you can't call him none of that because he does
These
all of
waters
it.
are muddy as fuck right now about what is R&B and how you could be a goat.
Well, technically, there's no real such thing as R&B no more.
I think it's clear cut. I think it's clear cut to Babyface. If Babyface did Boys to Men and who else?
Fuck.
Bobby Brown, Tony Braxton.
Exactly.
You're like 90% of people that sing R&B.
Exactly.
That's the debate. There's no reason that we don't need to keep going off on these trails about figuring out who the GOAT is. I think it's obvious.
Why
Yeah,
not?
absolutely.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the main reasons that don't get me wrong, I've been fucking with Face since way back. He been my favorite since way back. When I really dug into the crates on this dude, and it's crazy because Neo first came out and I was fucking with the ball heavy. This is when I just came home from the Navy. I'm fucking with the ball heavy to the point where every year my wife would buy the ball album because his album used to come out every year, like close to my birthday. Every year for my birthday, she bought me a Neo album. Like that's how much him and fucking I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Him and Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was murdering shit.
Yeah, Jake can sing.
You know what? Jamie Foxx was murdering shit.
Yeah, Jake can sing.
Dog. But when I looked at the whole scope of my man's career, the fact that he picked and groomed Neo, and Neo became what he became because of Face, and everybody else that became what they became because of Face, it's like, how can you not look at this guy as the greatest of all time when it comes to R&B? It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to. I mean,
Yeah.
But everybody want to say R. Kelly.
Well,
But
like that's what I was saying. I was like, I asked you from get go. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
from what era though, man?
what era? Because like
all time.
Yeah, you're right. Babyface, he wrote.
Let me ask you this question: who got the better song, R. Kelly or Dave Chappelle?
Who?
Dave Chappelle shit was funny as fuck. But I mean, at the beginning, though, I'm gonna go R. Kelly all day.
Yeah.
But that shit was funny as fuck.
I want to see who was it. That's all.
But that's what I was gonna say. But do you think
to decide that is has Babyface reign in the culture, whether it be writing, producing, whatever he's doing for the artist, overlapped Kelly's career at any point? The answer is yes.
Yes.
And Babyface has still become sometimes more successful than R. Kelly in certain overlaps of their career, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that goes to Face.
Yeah.
Kelly can't be in it, right? Because Face, over time, through all his different channels, have always stayed in line with Kelly.
Yeah. But
And
my thing is,
and still exist, right?
Yeah, but my thing is because Babyface is older and he came out before R. Kelly, so of course he's gonna be the GOAT.
Yeah, he's going to be established a little bit more. He
Yeah.
has the avenues to write these songs and all that stuff.
Right.
But I will say the deciding factor for me as a fan of both music, I would say I chop Kelly off just because.
So
And you do have that thing hanging over your head, so fuck it, I'm dropping you off the list.
So
Then you can go with this.
Hold on, real quick, Ski Bop. Just because I figured I'm gonna just type in something on Google just to see, just to kind of.
Record sales. Kelly's gonna blow him out.
I wrote Who did Babyface write songs for?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I could go. I could.
Hold on.
I stay out.
The recent shit.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna fill my cup. Well, we gonna fill our cups, and I'm gonna give y'all the answer. Don't y'all motherfuckers Google shit, cause I know how your ass do, Myron. Leave your fucking phone alone.
I know this shit. I know this shit. I ain't gotta Google shit.
Then I'm about to give you one. I'm about to give you one that's probably gonna fuck your head up, and I know it's gonna fuck my man KC head up.
Probably not. Probably not.
Fill your motherfucking cups, and we gonna be right back with this motherfucking answer. I say we fucking back, baby. So listen, right? While I was filling up my cup, and before we left, I said to y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and I hit the button, right? I wanted to look into my man, Babyface, because Cash Money wanted to kind of know what he done did, what his catalog looking like.
Yeah.
Right? So the one person I said that y'all was gonna be surprised that he wrote for is and I know Cash Money probably fuck with this dude heavy. Bruno Mars.
Wait. Hold on. Why the fuck did I just get thrown under the bus for Bruno?
You seem like a Bruno Mars type of fella.
That's on me right now. I feel like Craig in the first Friday. Hold on.
You
Do I still look like I like Bruno Mars? Hold on.
You just remind me of one of those guys that just pop in Bruno Mars
I gotta
on
throw off
Sunday and clean the house to some Bruno Mars all day. You just seem like that type of fella.
I ain't gonna lie to you. His last album, I rock with.
Hey,
God
Bruno the shit, bro.
He said this shit about Drake too. All of a sudden, I'm the scapegoat for all these.
You are a Drake dude, man.
You are a Drake dude.
We ain't even gonna do that. You a Drake dude, cuz.
I listen to his shit. I don't like it.
I don't.
What I also did was I started looking at Babyface's songwriting catalog. And I ain't gonna lie, he actually wrote for some folks that I didn't even know he wrote for, to be honest.
Check this out. I'm gonna give you a trivia question, but you already got the fucking answer. But who was like an old school group that he wrote for?
The Dell?
After that,
Huh?
Old school, like I'm talking about, they was like 70s, but you know he wrote for them like later on.
That was the Whispers.
There you go.
Yeah. I fuck with Face Heavy, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. He actually wrote for a lot of motherfuckers that I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know he wrote for. Yep. And it's a couple songs that I actually did not know he wrote. Now I knew he wrote a lot of songs for Kevin Edmonds, which is his brother, which a lot of people don't even know about. Like I fucked with Kevin, even when he went solo. Like he actually put out some bangers. Like
that album was tight.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers did. Look. Ski Bob and Cash looking like, who the fuck is this dude? Like
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah. So another motherfucker I did not know he wrote for, Ariana Grande.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
That's interesting.
That threw me off. I did not know he wrote for her. I knew he was writing for Pebbles. That was his. Also, another person I did not know he wrote for, Chrisette Michele.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I did not know that. But I never was a Chrisette Michele fan. I never really listened to her music heavy like that. So that's not a person I really was digging up on. I mean, my wife fucked with her, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
I might have to listen. I've never heard anything.
Vanessa Williams.
Bob,
I didn't know he wrote for her either.
Yeah, Make It Like It Was or some shit.
Bet You Never. I didn't know he wrote that.
Yeah.
And that's a banger right there.
What's that?
Bet You Never by Vanessa Williams. Look it up.
Vanessa Williams?
Yeah.
That's a good song. That's back in the day.
No, look up. Listen, if you enjoy listening to a female that can actually fucking sing, look up Vanessa Williams. Dog. She can blow, cuz.
My grandmama used to listen to her.
It's crazy. It's crazy because in her time, she was making songs that you would listen to now that motherfuckers wasn't even thinking about back then.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Dog.
She even got a Christmas catalog, bro. She been doing it for a while, man. Like
he was writing for Beyonce.
Bro, them Christmas catalogs are bangers for those artists. Like Mariah Carey. You know what she gets paid You know how much she gets paid for that fucking songs to be played?
Let me ask you a question, Cash Money.
It's getting crushed
Right.
on that.
You said a name when we was talking about the GOAT shit. You said a name that everybody said he was a good singer, but he wouldn't be one of those top guys. And that was Tevin Campbell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can you tell me what song Babyface wrote for him?
Probably all of them.
What was the biggest song that he wrote for him then?
The Candy Coated Raindrops?
No.
What?
Oh, for real, man.
What? Oh, God.
What? Why was that wrong? That was a bad thing?
Dude, that was nowhere near Tevin Campbell.
That's so.
That wasn't.
Is it alone
Who sang
with
that
you?
song?
So for real,
man.
Oh shit. Okay, there you go. I don't know shit about R&B.
Clearly. So, what was Tevin Campbell's biggest song?
Was it Alone with You?
Nope.
No, I'm ready.
Nope.
Man, I mentioned him and I don't even know none of his
First
songs.
of all, Myron, the fact that you don't know Tevin Campbell's biggest song is blowing my mind. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is it Always in My Heart?
Nope.
Hold on, it doesn't blow your mind that I mentioned Tevin Campbell and I don't know any
Campbell's
songs
biggest fucking song and y'all can't name it? You kidding me?
Well, it ain't like we just listened to him yesterday.
Dude,
Right.
Can We Talk?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You
Yeah,
fucking kidding me? That's
For a
his biggest
minute.
fucking song.
Can
I don't remember that though.
Yes,
That's a banger there.
yes. That was a fucking
I didn't know that was his biggest song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, he had I'm ready. I just want to be alone. And
None of those
Yep,
was bigger
yep,
than Can We Talk. None of those was bigger than Can We Talk.
Candy Rain wasn't nice.
Bro,
Candy
Alone
Rain
with
wasn't
You.
Tevin
that's
Campbell.
for real, man.
That's my bad ski bop. That's my bad ski bop. I put that in your head. That's wrong. Don't take my advice.
What the?
Y'all killing me right now.
No, but hold on. The crazy thing is that I'm the one that said this guy's name, and I didn't know anything that he's ever done.
Exactly.
Why did I even pluck his name out of the atmosphere?
No, this dude.
Alone with You was a banger, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that they wasn't bangers, but that
Telling
was
my ass.
that was literally his biggest fucking hit. Like,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
that
Hey,
was
man.
literally his biggest hit.
Didn't he write Candy Coated Raindrops?
No, man.
That's what I said.
I was just
I
fucking
thought he
with
was
you.
on that shit.
Hey, man, I had to throw that out there, dog.
Get it?
Y'all
thought it was
murdering me
for
right
real.
now. So,
I was on it.
so another artist I was surprised by to find out that he had any dealings with, to be honest with you, Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah. He wrote some of the new shit.
He wrote for Fantasia.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
He also wrote for Shalimar.
yeah. He wrote for Salt and Pepper, too.
Yep,
Did he?
yep. Bobby Brown, After 7, Boys to Men.
Did he write for Total?
Oh, that's a good.
Nah.
I don't think he wrote for Total. At least I haven't seen. Definitely ain't see that on this list. But Total, a lot of Total shit. The main chick wrote a lot of their songs. The dark skinned slim one, I can't remember her name. She wrote a lot of their shit.
I meant to
Are you
say
identifying by the
SWV,
way
bro.
you look?
He did do some writing for SWV. He did do some writing for them.
He wrote for damn near everybody.
Yes.
That's what I said.
That
conversation
motherfucker
is
alone.
viewed at this point.
That's why he's worth $200 million.
No, listen.
He
When
should be
when-
worth
when you-
fucking $1 billion. Honestly,
he wrote Exhale by Whitney Houston.
No, he wrote that whole
That was a
soundtrack.
banger.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He should be worth billions.
Johnny
not
Gill,
fucking millions.
Karen White, Shanice. Motherfuckers forget about Shanice.
Shanice Wilson.
He wrote for Climax. Motherfuckers forget about them too.
Yeah, the men all call.
I never heard of those.
You never heard of Climax? Yes, you
They
did.
were 80s. 80s.
What is it? What is it? Is it Missing You? Is it Missing You? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
I-
missing
no, I-
you.
Yes, I'm telling you, I'm Cash Money. You heard that song before. I guarantee it.
All right, yeah, I'll
Guarantee
Google
it. Yeah, I guarantee you heard that. Look up Climax. Them motherfuckers, they can sing, cuz.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. A lot of the motherfuckers, Luther Vandross,
Yeah.
a lot of the motherfuckers that Babyface wrote for, he didn't just write for any motherfucker. He wrote for motherfuckers that could actually sing.
Yeah.
Like if he gave you a song, like you actually had to do what you do with that song.
Yeah,
You
with
couldn't
artists.
just use his
Yeah, with
words. Like, you
artists.
had to be good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dog, the boy catalog is ridiculous, man. Aretha fucking Franklin.
Yeah.
Like the
It makes you
boy.
wonder though, how are you only worth 200 million? You should be worth fucking billions with a catalog like that.
You know what? I think he is though, man.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But you know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers don't want to put out their own, they real network. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he might be making 200 million a year,
Yeah.
right? Like that might be his fortune. Like I don't know what website you're looking at.
I think they probably could be just talking about album sales as an artist.
As of right now, he worth 200 million.
As a whole, or just like an artist, or
That's just
songwriting.
What
Just
Google says,
everything.
what
Bundle
Google
package.
says is right now his net worth is 200 mil.
Bundle package.
Seems a little low to me with all that catalog.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. That might be just. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that
Look, you take that. Look, you take that, and I'll let you know what the rest I'm doing over here. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, however you want to report it is fine with me. I don't give a fuck. As long as
we know we know it's a lot more on there.
Yeah.
You're balling out. It doesn't matter. But
Facts.
at the end of the day, I still think that's a low number.
Yeah. Anytime when you could write a song with jazz artists, because you see on the catalog he got songs with Foreplay and Kenny G and shit like that. Yep. So anytime when you can do a song with jazz artists and Eric Clapton, who was
fucking Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Yes. Change the World. Change the World was a good song, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
No, listen, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. There is, when you think of the king of R&B, if you not naming Babyface, you just tripping.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's
and the crazy part is we just named all songs he wrote for motherfuckers, not songs that he actually sung.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I was listening to Babyface earlier in the shower. So
Dog, like
he's the man.
if you can't tell me that you can't listen to Babyface for at least 2 hours, like then you tripping. Cause he got enough songs that you can just listen to just him for the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, I remember Whip Appeal was one of his biggest bangers.
Yeah.
That whole album.
Hell yeah, that whole album.
Dog,
As soon as I get home, all that shit.
I'll tell y'all, hold on. What the fuck was the name of that joint? His favorite album for me came out in, I believe it was 2001 or 2. Because I used to listen to that joint. Remember, I used to listen to that joint heavy when we was on the fucking ship. Fucking
the
other Davis tried to steal my fucking album too. So
I know which one you're talking about too.
What, the OS one?
Yup. That motherfucker
motherfucker.
tried to steal my album, man.
That's the one that lives in Philly.
No. Remember, it was two OS Davises. He don't live in Philly. He's like right outside of Philly. But the other one, he was from LA.
Oh, you talking about that motherfucker?
Yeah. Try to steal my goddamn album. And this motherfucker, he ain't know nothing about Babyface, right? I put him on. He like, yo, this album tough as shit. Next thing I know, my album disappeared. I'm like, yo, you see my CD? Oh man, I just borrowed it. Yeah,
Better borrow my shit back, nigga.
Exactly.
I got robbed so many fucking clothes and shoes and shit like that in the military. Is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Say again?
I said I got robbed for like 6 pairs of Jordans, clothes, and shoes that were in the laundry room on the boat.
Face.
Yeah, I'll definitely look it up.
Listen to me, fellas. If you have never listened to an album front to back, listen to that joint, dog. That joint is a banger from front to back. Babyface, face to face. My favorite album from the ball, cause front to back. I used to play that joint heavy.
I think mine like more of his old school, like the one that called Closer Look. It's called Closer Look.
No, don't get me wrong. I fuck with all his shit. Yeah. That album right there, it was like that album was just so perfectly crafted. And the fact that when he put that album out, everybody felt like his career was over. He put out an album with nothing but bangers on it from front to back.
Yeah.
Like that, the journey he got with fucking Pharrell, that beat was stupid. Go back and listen. Ski Bop, trust me when I say it. Go back and
Check
listen.
it out.
Bop.
Check it out. I'm a Babyface fan. I'm a Babyface fan. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, Tender Lover was my favorite album.
Yeah. Yeah. Closer looking and Tender Lover.
Let me ask y'all this, right? So y'all said Babyface, and after Babyface, y'all want to say R. Kelly, right? If you had to name a third person, who would that be? Let's take all the Babyface out. Everything Babyface did, you throw that out the window. You take everything R. Kelly did, you throw that out the window.
Now, you saying it as a writer, producer, and everything?
You look at it how you want it.
Don't get into details.
I'm on.
Cash, I don't even, when it comes to any dope conversations, I don't even pay attention to you no more.
I know we ain't talking about groups because I damn sure got some favorite groups, but artists other than Babyface and R. Kelly, I'm gonna say Luther Vandross, bro.
Are you saying like once again? Are you saying like people who can sing or just write and produce and do and sing? Because like I said, like I told you before, I said Tank.
For me, it would be Rick James.
Oh, that was a bad dude. He was a bad dude.
Motherfuckers forget about Rick James, man.
Yeah,
No, you can't forget about Rick.
Just like Bobby Brown. Just like Bobby Brown.
Oh, that's okay.
Stop that Bobby Brown shit, cuz.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
They're both wild as fuck.
That's the thing, man. It wasn't that Rick was wild, man. It was he just was him.
Yeah.
Like Bobby wanted to be wild. Rick just was who the fuck he was. Like,
So how about Kurt Cobain then?
Who?
Kurt Cobain.
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know his music.
I'm about to say that I can't really speak on him too much.
Okay.
Like the
Me-
name,
I know for a fact, just growing up where I grew up, in the guys that listen to that shit, and another banger, and this is a weird fucking thing to say, but in that society, that someone that was touching on like a bunch of bangers was Marilyn Manson.
That's not weird to say because that dude is very musically inclined.
And he was in like I never understood it, right? Because I never followed his career, but everybody banged his shit, and then he mostly did covers, kind of, right? And he just had his own aesthetic on it.
you know what, Cash? Let me ask you this, right? Because we on this conversation, and you said something earlier about how you don't really know R&B like that, right? So
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I don't. Yeah,
you
I don't know. Like Myron knows it.
you kind of from an area where most people don't think about when it comes to music. Rather that be hip hop or rather that be R&B. Like people don't look at Ohio as like one of those areas where
It's not a battleground when it comes to music. It's a melting pot.
So let me ask you this: when you was as a wee young lad, was I ain't gonna say hip hop because hip hop was everywhere, but R&B,
Not for us.
No. What I mean by that is in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, hip hop was kind of like taking over. So it was spread it out everywhere. And contrary to popular belief, it wasn't just black folks that gravitated to hip hop. It was black.
No, yeah, you're exactly right. It wasn't just black people.
Everybody has hit.
But it didn't funnel everywhere.
No, not saying that.
Yeah.
But
So I think that's an important statement.
It funneled a lot harder than R&B did.
Oh, for sure, because R&B wasn't a big thing right then.
Are y'all crazy? Are y'all talking about R&B didn't funnel down to Ohio?
Actually, no.
Are y'all crazy?
I think no. This is what I think what he's trying to say is that in a weird way that rap music kind of took over the
basically
acceptance of black music.
Yes.
But that's not entirely true. Myron makes a good point. My mom introduced me to Marvin Gaye.
But see, that's
when I brought the Ghetto Boys.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about people who came from Ohio. Don't y'all know Island
No,
Brothers? My
no,
album?
I know that. I
OJ,
know those facts.
Ohio,
But
Right? I know those facts, but my friends
Ohio
don't know.
players.
the difference is
That's not how it's introduced to us in Ohio, right?
the difference is in that is that was considered like old school. That wasn't really considered R&B back then.
Yeah.
Like, we consider it part of the R&B genre, but back then it was more considered like jazz, soft rock, shit like that. It wasn't really looked at as R&B, as hip hop. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't packaged in that deal. So it was a lot easier for the white community in a lot of places to say, I could listen to a Tina Marie, I could listen to Rick James, I could listen to fucking Marvin Gaye, I could listen to Luther Vandross, but when it came to the fucking, you know, the Baby Faces, when it came to the After Sevens, when it came to the Michelle Williams, motherfuckers was looking at that like, all right, is that really what we listen to?
Yeah.
So now my question to you is, being as though it wasn't so heavily prevalent there, what did y'all listen to when it came to kind of like R&B? Like who was those artists at that time for you that was like even if you didn't pay attention to them, you still heard them?
So we personally, for me, in my experience, we bumped. I knew Salt and Pepper when Salt and Pepper was early.
Not R&B.
Not okay. Well, I don't know the bucket of R&B, but I'm just throwing things off. Montel Jordan, Key Sweat,
Okay.
right? Early Key Sweat. They were panty droppers. You just play the song and you were fucking.
Exactly.
And she was fucking everybody in the room. Everybody in the room. It didn't matter how many guys were in the room.
I got a funny story for y'all, but I'm gonna let you.
So I'll get back to this. So, but even before that, my mom played Marvin Gaye for us. I don't know where the song choices come from, right? But I do know generational gaps, like we talked about before. That this is a weird one for me. This is hard for me to admit, but when my mom was pumping Marvin Gaye, when I was actually enjoying music and could like comprehend, like, this is who an artist is, this is what the genre is, right? You don't know that shit when you're young. You just hear music, you hear music. Yeah. So, but I heard my mom playing certain music, and then kind of like when I was like, as I was progressing through my adolescence, again, I'm listening to all the music that she's listening to because we only had a 20-year gap. So it wasn't like a big, you know what I mean, like a big gap for us. But it also got to the point to where it was like, I showed up in the car one time when I was like 9, and I had Ghetto Boys. I bought Ghetto Boys at the tape store, and I left it in my mom's car because that's the only place, because we couldn't afford a stereo in the house. And
so you listen to
a car
it
that had a tape deck in it, and I get the keys. I could click the thing a little bit.
Tell your mom you watching the car.
Right, play the car and just sit there and listen to my shit. And I had Ghetto Boys, and I left it in there by accident. And my mom come in that bitch, played it, and she heard fucking the Ghetto Boys and that shit. She made me take that all the way back. This was before the parental advisory.
Oh shit.
On the tapes. Yeah, I walked down to the record store. I bought that shit on because I was delivering papers. Bought that shit on my own shit. And asked me why I even knew what the fucking Ghetto Boys were. How would a white boy in the middle of Ohio Valley with only 1,300 people in his town know who the fuck the Ghetto Boys are?
Everybody knew who the Ghetto Boys were. Like, it was.
No, that ain't true. That ain't true. That shit didn't play on our radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where did I get it? You know where I got it? I learned later in my adult life where I got it from. Drug deals. Mm-hmm. People come up from Texas. People come up down from Cleveland. People come down from Detroit, and it's a mecca right there because it's a small town, and that's where they can dump all the drugs off and disperse them. So all this music would just explode, and whoever was picking up the load and bringing it back to the town, I never forget this. 20-inch blades on the Impala. Holla, remember that?
Yeah.
We had that track. Little Troy.
Yeah.
We had that track 2 years before it was released on MTV. Hey, no song, but we had it 2 years before it was released.
That's
that shit.
Hey, it took them that long to get it popular and banging.
Listen,
and they were just
funny story, real quick, kind of based off what you just said. And we about to fill these cups up, but real quick, I'm gonna tell you this funny story real quick, right? Hey, I don't know how funny it's gonna be, but it is what it is. First off, I want to shout out my man Myron over there fucking them nuts up, man. But,
oh, that's fucked up. Are they boiled?
It don't even matter.
Occasion, man. Occasion.
He's keeping them nuts in his mouth, but all right, listen, right?
You, man.
So listen, right? Me and my aunt, right? We had a whole debate one day, right? You brought up the boy Keith Sweat, right? We had a whole debate. She says to me, she don't like Trey Songz. I'm playing Trey Songz song. She like, I don't really like the boy. And I'm like, how don't you like Trey Songz, but you like Keith Sweat? They the same fucking artists.
How?
Look at it, right? Keith Sweat begged for the pussy. Trey Songz asked for the pussy. They the same fucking artists. Every single one of their songs was literally a basic. I ain't gonna say every one because Trey Songz' first album, in my opinion, still his best album. Creatively, like that album was the shit. Don't get me wrong, he still put out great albums after that. But every album after that was begging for the pussy, which Keith Sweat did the same thing. So she's like, no, it's not the same. And I'm like, it is. The only difference between Keith Sweat and Trey Songz and what the fuck was the nigga name?
Brown?
No. This was before Keith Sweat. Listen, evolution takes over everything.
You said before Keith Sweat?
Yes, evolution takes over everything. So you started out with motherfuckers asking for the pussy in a subtle way, and it turned into Keith Sweat begging for the pussy. Then it turns into Trey Songz basically saying, I want the pussy. At the end of the day, evolution is everything.
Now you talk about I'm gonna take the pussy.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna sign this waiver and respectfully request this pussy.
No, now it's like I'm gonna give you the pill and I'm gonna take you.
Exactly. I'm gonna Bill Cosby you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at music, no matter how you look at it, music has evolved just like everything else. It started out with little subtle notes of what I want to do to this is what I think we should do to this is what I'm going to do to this is
what it is, nigga.
Down, bitch. Like this in 10 years from now, niggas gonna be talking about raping bitches and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because that's everything evolves and things change. Like it is what it is. It's nothing we can do about that. You know what I'm saying? So regardless how people feel, that's how it is. Just like fucking sports, just like life, everything has to do with evolution. We had a whole conversation about fucking Bill Russell, Jordan, fucking LeBron James, evolution. Players get better, players get bigger, players get stronger. When you listen to music, music gets fucking more in depth, more hardcore, more this, more that. Everything builds, everything evolves.
Right.
Yep.
That's just how it goes. Like, that's life. We started out as fucking microorganisms and we became this glorious motherfucker that you see before you. You know what I'm saying? And Myron wished he could look like this glorious motherfucker that he see before him. But we ain't gonna get into that. But we're gonna
better.
We're gonna fill out we're gonna keep this shit popping. You know we talk a lot of shit, my nigga, so it ain't about nothing. When y'all motherfucking come something, we're gonna make this shit pop all over again.
It is.